What's going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today, playing some more Idle Heroes. Today, we are back on the mini VIP account. What are we going to do? Things and stuff. First and foremost, I have totally forgot to do the Fantasy Factory on all of my accounts. So in the next 4.5 hours, I will have to do that on 3 accounts. Whoopsie doodles, we'll get it done. Today, the primary focus is going to be A, getting this done. A is also 2, apparently. But we're going to try to get this done twice. That's what the 2's for. Double completion, primarily because it deals with all the growth chapter that we'll have to worry about. 160 orbs, make sure we never have to worry about doing orbs again or get hung up on a chapter. So we'll go ahead and get that knocked out. Where are we going to orb? Good question. Haven't really thought about it yet. And that's probably an oversight on my side of things. Should have done that before we start the video. Too late now. We're already into it. Can't stop, won't stop. Chapters. We're going to push these a little bit. We won't get too far today before we get kind of stopped. I think it's going to be due to wishing coins, actually. Yeah. I don't want to blow a bunch of wishing coins outside of the event. I know they're not that valuable, but it does seem to be kind of wasteful to just do this to bypass the chapter. We may end up doing it anyways, eventually. But even if we did do it, I think we'd get stuck relatively quickly right afterwards. Maybe not. Maybe on the Aspen Dungeon, but probably not there. Probably make it a little further. I ain't gonna worry about it. We'll let that one kind of get stuck where it's at. Things that we can do after we get our orbs done, after we push the chapters a little bit, maybe we just grind broken spaces up, because we do need to push it a little bit as well. We're at stage 1. That's part of the chapters anyway. Already finished that out. Also, I think I have, yes. Yes, I do. Give me this loot. Give me that loot. How many orbs do we have? Gather these orbs first. How many orbs do we have? 343. Not bad. Not bad at all, I would say. So, we'll just go ahead and drop 160. Where do we want to drop them? That's the second thing to ask ourselves. We've got a lot of shadow food. We have a lot of food everywhere. That's why we have 299 out of 300 spots. We are dang near tippy-topped, which isn't great. I guess really all we need to orb in is wherever we want food. Because we got to make a lot of 9 stars. The plan is to make an E5 Holmes Young relatively soon. Not right away, but within like the next week would be great. Do we have enough food to make that happen? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. But where can I go? We're not really building anybody in Abyss. Maybe I could just orb Abyss and make Abyss a food faction. Forest is also a good option though. The reason I like orbing Forest is simply because you get a lot of extra forest food anyway, and just doubling down on this as my food faction, just building 9 stars out of there as much as possible, might not be a bad play. Is there actually, if we got like lucky and pulled some of the forest heroes we're actually looking for? I mean, Heart Watchers, maybe, Olivia, something like that. I don't know. Let's just do it. We'll just split it. We'll split it 50-50 in Abyss and in Forest. We'll just start here at Forest because we're already here. Do we drop them 10 at a time or 40 at a time? 40 at a time, absolutely. We could go 10 at a time. I feel like it's a waste of time, right? Do we really only get 1 5-star hero? No, we got 2. That's still kind of anus for 40 orbs. That's kind of Gluteus Maximus for sure. Are we going to worry about it? Nah. We'll drop another 40, and this one will go much better because it has to. RNG balances out. 1, 2. No, it sucked just as much scrotum as the last one. Lied. We got 3. You thought I was wrong. I was, but I came back and I was right again. We got 1 more. I'm not sure what the odds actually are. Good luck deciphering what the odds are. I mean, what? Why is there not just a total button up here? Like, total odds. 4-star, 4-star shards, 5-star, like, it'd be easy. Easy. I don't need to know every single hero's chance. I mean, if I do, that's fine. But give me the total as well. We're probably around RNG's level, I would say. Wrong direction for the arrow buttons, but that's fine. Go ahead and drop another 80 over here in the old Abyssage. Boop. Uno. Do we really just get Uno? We just pulled a singular? Okay, listen. Because the RNG has been so bad, we're going 10 at a time. We're changing tack. We're doing 10 pulls. They're not changing our luck. They're still sucking butts. That's not good. There we go. We got a 5-star there. Another 10. And we got a 5-star there. Okay, we're at 2. 2 out of 30. That's not beautiful, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Those sucked. Those were straight anus. Not good, but it's okay. We'll use the 4 stars for food, turn them into 5 stars. Not a ton of loot coming from that area, but that's all right. We don't really need the Williams. We don't really need, honestly, most of this stuff. This is primarily for the growth chapters. That's what we were going for. All that stuff is now mine. Nice. Beautiful. More orbages refunded to me. Great stuff. Okay, so this is now done, right? I don't need to worry about this again for the next 4 hours, I guess. Although it's not that long of a time to worry about it anyway. We already did the heroic miracle. That is accomplished. Over here, we now can claim these orbages out. We need to do some broken spaces. I think I have. Do I have formations set up that matter? Boss is easy. I would assume I would calculate easy boss is broken spaces stage 2. That sounds like a fair assessment of what stage 2 broken spaces is going to be all about. Who is it? It's you two. Let's see. Obviously, you're going in. I feel like we don't need... I don't need Sigmund, honestly. Olivia shrinks, but listen, I feel like we're just better off with more Holmes Youngs. The more Holmeses, the better. We'll leave Sigmund in. He'll strip a little bit of armor. He'll probably die relatively soon, but it's whatever. Preset lineup, I'm stupid. I have a preset lineup for this. It utilizes Gru instead of Sigmund, but that's okay. It'll be all right. Why did I not click this immediately? It's a good question. It's a good question that you have. The answer is, I'm dumb. I'm stupid. Let's see what happens here, though. Are we going to be in any real danger of dying on these guys? I doubt it. They have a little crowd control, but not a bunch. It'll be okay. I forgot to put my listening things in. I can't even hear what's going on. Oh, that's much better. Oh, yeah. Give me the music. Now we're cooking. Round 3, we're already doing noticeable damage. His poison stacks are just going to get more and more nasty. I wonder. I'm thinking. Maybe a Natalie? Maybe a Delacium. I'm not 100% on if I build a Delacium or not here. I'm not sure how much he replicates, like, when it's just these two bosses. Like, I doubt he's replicating 50 stacks of poison, because that would be broken as balls. But maybe it's really good. Maybe it's a disgustingly powerful thing to do. I don't know. He could be fun. Even if he doesn't boost, like, Holmes Young a bunch, I feel like the extra, you know, moving attribute reductions around and duplicating them and whatnot would still be good for Alakita, because her damage is kind of based on that. Although, I'll be honest, when I built this team, I built it around the premise of Transcended heroes, so Transcended Vespera, Transcended Alakita. Because of that, in their base forms, I would not recommend building this team. Not for the early game, just because you don't get enough debuffs to make Alakita, like, really shine. She's not the worst. She doesn't hit, like, crazy, crazy hard. You'll see, I bet this 5-star Holmes Young out DPSs her in the boss fight. So, I mean, probably not the greatest opening hero, but once we start transcending our lineup and getting more debuffs more consistently, I think I can get her to be pretty nasty. Are we going to one-tap this boss? We've got 5 rounds left to go. I'm not sure if Heartwatcher's marks apply to the poisons. Did you see that infinity line of poisons shoot up? That was crazy. It might. I couldn't tell you for certain if a Heartwatcher affects damage over time. She might, and I don't really know it. She's only a 5-star right now, so she's not given, like, a huge amount of stuff anyway. I don't even know if a 5-star reaches max, the max cap by the time the battle's over. 2 billion damage dealt, though. I mean, all right. I'll take it. As you can see, as she did pull out a 300 million, but yeah, the 5-star Holmes Young handily out DPS'd my E5 Alakita. Boy, that's dumb, but it's true. It also out DPS Vespera by a buttload. She wasn't doing much more than freaking Gru over here. But yeah, Holmes is absolutely a monster for this kind of stuff. Love to see him. Honestly, I could probably drop Vespera out of the team entirely and just run another Holmes Young. and do infinitely more damage. But we one-tapped that boss. That's kind of nice. That's all. Is that what we needed? Was just Broken Spaces 2? I think it was. 10 million spirit coming my way. Open this as well. That's great. We need to do 50 million damage to bosses in the guild altar. That shouldn't be a problem. Upgrading 3 monster auras to level 30. We need to unlock the 3rd aura. To do that, I think we have to upgrade you a little bit. I don't want a quick upgrade because I don't want to go too far on it, but I think we've got enough. Yeah, that'll unlock that. Perfect. I want to save some upgrades. I know it sounds kind of dumb, but there is pioneer races that come around where feeding your pets is good for you. Do we get bonus damage to poison yet? No. Little annoying, but not a huge deal. Let's go ahead. Can we quick upgrade you to 30? We can't. That's not a huge deal, though. We can just do a second monster, right? Who would be our second monster on this account? Fox for energy silencing, not great. Extra holy damage, never a bad deal. We're not really bleeding people, so the wolf doesn't make a lot of sense. Phoenix, of course, is able to be broken. Level broken, by the way. A little bit of healing, which might not be awful. Nemean Lion, probably not bad either. Just because the shields scale to a percent base of your health and they're not flat heals like the Phoenix. I don't know. It's a very tanky monster. This one's a little bit more of an aggressive monster, although we probably will never use it because we're not burning people either. So... What the heck? We'll just go with... Oh, we could go like stupid. No, we're just gonna leave. We're gonna leave you. We're main in the snake. We're main in snake. Why are we main in snake? Because he poisons people. We do extra damage to poison enemies, and Holmes Young poisons people. Right? That's smart. That's smart. This does put debuffs on your enemies, I believe. Right? Yeah, reduces them armor and speed. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Holy damage and precision. Let's screw it. We're just gonna go with the lion. We're just going to go Lion. Can I already upgrade this sucker? Quick upgrade to 30? Yeah. And we can just pull our stuff out of this guy later. It's no big deal, right? Can we do that? There's a way to do it, I'm sure. Rebirth, yeah, that. We're not going to do it now, but we could. That should just get ourselves to get this done. Yeah, done. And then 50 million damage to bosses in the guild altar. That shouldn't be too hard. I think we'll be all right here. We're fighting the fortress boss. I don't really know what the fortress boss does. Can't lie, won't lie. We're probably not going to go with bosses easy here because our team is kind of poop. So we're going to go with bosses hard. I think in this lineup, I've got a golden crown on the 10-star Holmes Young, primarily because I just want him to stay alive longer. The more times he can throw out attacks, the better. I'm honestly debating, I know it sounds crazy, building my Gru up to like 6-star, maybe 7, probably 7-star, just to get the extra reductions, the extra reductions when people hit him, and also make him a little bit tankier, not a lot, but something. Because right now I think at 5-star he only boosts his armor with his 3rd or 2nd passive, whereas when he's 6-star it turns into damage reduction instead, which is a much stronger stat, I think, personally. We'll see. Well, let's go ahead. See what we can pull off here against these guys. Kind of go in fast mode if we can. I got a Sun Wukong in here to throw some peaches at him. We're not going to build a Sun Wukong here, but because I've got him, and he does passive attacks that do a fair amount of damage, I think he actually does more for us than a Heart Watcher does in the team. We don't have Unbending Will, I don't think, on her, so she's probably going to die immediately, which is maybe an oversight, but also maybe not. We'll see what happens. The idea here is that he should be relatively difficult to kill because he heals percentage based. We'll see if he can survive a little bit. They are doing a fair amount of critting. He's still kind of going at round 8 though, so all the damage is going to be from Holmes Young. 380 million, not the greatest damage in the world, but obviously far more than the 50 million we needed. In fact, again, 5-star Holmes Young is out DPS in the E5 Alakita. Now, if I had Unbending Will on her so she could live longer than like a round or 2, maybe it makes a difference, but not a big enough to matter, because really this guy is carrying all the damage for sure. With that said, that should be easy, that done. Growth chapter complete, correct? Correct, grab that. Some more 6-star puppet selection chests. Not a bad deal. We're going to need absolute boatloads of these things because we've got a lot of food that we're going to have to make. Claim this out as well. Where are we at? 100 million damage to bosses in the guild altar. Well, we already know that we can pull that off, so let's just go ahead and do it real quick like. We'll just skip this fight. No need to watch this one out. Bonk. 400 million, slightly better damage. Nothing too crazy. Obviously, he's still doing most. I think he picked up about 16 million damage. I did 5 million last time. Not bad. So most of the extra damage there is probably him living an extra round or something and doing some more passive attacks. Not a problem. Also, by the way, Mellow, what the mother-loving heck, bro? What the mother-loving heck? Dude has done 12 trillion damage to our guild boss. Sausage. What's up, Sausage? Trippy's got me whipped. We're at 2.3 billion right now. Not bad. And 2 more attacks will jump up, what, about 3.1? We'll be in place 5. Not bad. Not bad. We'll take it. We'll settle there for now. But yeah, as you can see, Alakita, not the go-to choice for a first build. But you live and you learn, right? That's just what you do. That's just what you do. There's no point in, like, everyone's going to tell you what to build. Everyone's going to tell you what not to build. And you can listen to everybody. That's fine. But I think it's more fun to kind of just experiment and see what happens. Growth packs. Do we have any good growth packs? We'll take it. I need monster material right now at the current juncture, because this is going to actually kind of hold me up a little bit. How close are we on this? I mean, we got an achievement. Oh, yes. Prophet summons. About to get a whole bunch of twiggles. Who are we going to use those on? I don't know. Probably nobody. What is this? Broken spaces. I forgot. We also get monster material out of that as well. That's nice. The question is, what does it take to upgrade you all the way, bud? No, not that one. 26. Let's do it. Let's not do it. I also don't want to, I guess we'll upgrade this guy a little bit. We'll just rebirth this dude in a little bit. It won't take long. Can we just quick upgrade? No, let's go to level, can we just do 30? Not 85, you turd sandwich. 3-0. Why is it, I don't like this. Up, down. 31? Golly. Do I have to click enter or something? Oh. I am old. Don't make fun of me. We have to upgrade this guy a little bit again. We'll just rebirth this guy, I said later. It's not going to be a big deal. We should have enough to upgrade this all the way to 30. Yeah. So this will save us a little bit of our deals. I don't know if we rebirth this guy, like, right after we claim the thing. Because is there going to be more Monster Aura stuff coming up? Let's take a peek. Or does it just ever want you to get 4? Wait, hold up. Obtain a level 30 monster via... What? You have to have that long before you get 4 auras upgraded. Am I on drugs? I don't think so, but that seems like that might be a little out of place. Activate 2 monsters, already did it. We can do that whenever. Rebirthing is fine. A level 60 monster, that makes sense. Kinda-ish. 500 million damage. I'm just mainly looking to see if we got to do more monster auras. 1 level 90 monster. Settlements. Quests. Activate 3 monsters. That's easy enough to do. 120 monster. We can do that. Wishing coin. Celestial Island. A rune. That'll be different, obviously, than the auras. If we're going into runes, though, we probably don't need to do auras anymore. Which means we can probably go ahead and rebirth now. The reason I want to rebirth now as opposed to later is if I do it during the event, the little challenge that pops up, the Pioneer Race, I think it sets your monster material spent in the negative. But if I do it early, if I beat it to the punch and rebirth this dude now, it may not matter. It may not matter at all. I guess we need to go ahead and unlock like 5 monsters anyway, right? So I guess we can just go ahead and like activate you. Do we need to activate? I mean, we'll activate the Phoenix. It can be upgraded. That's 4. Wansu, we could do deer. Probably not gonna do deer. Can't lie, won't lie. Throw a Griffin in there. Let's not throw a Griffin. That's stupid. Maybe we throw a soul-shocking you in there. Let's not do that either. Let's do a deer. Let's not do a deer. It doesn't matter. Why am I clicking these like it makes any difference at all? I don't know. We'll do a deer. Deer it is. That's all 5 of the suckers activated. So we're good to go on that front now. This is already finished. That should be the last time we see auras show up. So I think we're set on that for the entirety of the rest of the game. Right? Because this is just going to be runes after this. Runes are fine. We'll get there. But yes, hopefully now when we get the new Pioneer race for monster materials, we don't start in the negative because we rebirthed, and we'll have all these materials to fund into our newer, higher dude. We also have a couple of chests. Wrong place. Here? Yes. The loot you get's not crazy. I almost would rather spend them over here. We could do these as well. I know Stellar and Crystal probably more important, but I don't know. We may need extra help in that area. Also, hold up. We do have a Brave shop. We could buy some stuff here. Might as well. I mean, right? I don't really need the hero copies from this. Monster blood, I mean, I guess. Let's just do it. Let's just buy all the monster mats that we can. That's kind of anus. Is that bad? Is that a bad deal? It's the same deal as all of them. There's no different in price. That's fine. We'll just buy monster mats as much as we can just to get this guy kind of rolling. Snake him up until he's a super snake. And it'll be a crazy time. But that now locks us here, right? Wishing coins becomes an issue. What do you got on you? You know what? We're only like 20 minutes deep. We've got time. We have time. Because we have time, I'm going to remove this off of you. I'm going to place it onto you. That may sound like a crazy choice. Absolute insanity, one might say. But it's all right. I don't really need an energy artifact in the Aspen Dungeon. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Attack, holy damage, control immunity, not a terrible thing. Not the worst thing in the world. Damage reduction is probably just better. We'll just probably give you this. It's not upgraded, but it's something. And she's not going in the Aspen Dungeon. That's for darn tootin'. We could upgrade it. We're not gonna. I'm gonna save on my reds so that I can build like another artifact. You know what I'm saying? What's our first deified artifact gonna be? Because we've got 2 pistols. I mean, I feel like the Lingering Melody universe makes the most sense. It'll do a lot of work on Alakita. It'll be a nice upgrade to the current one that she's using. And that leaves our crown for like Holmes Young or something. That's probably okay. It's probably the best all-around damage-based artifact. We'll just leave it that way. Let's go ahead and jump over here, though, and get some Aspen Dungeon rolling. We'll bring both. I can't remember where we finished smashing to. Was it just difficult 1? Yeah. Let's take a quick peek and see what Holmes Young does to these people. Destroys them. Destroys them really, really hard. Maybe that was a fluke. We'll see if Gru's a little bit, but no, they're all dead again. So we can just probably run this a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Is it going to make me watch these if I don't have skip battle? No, it doesn't. I didn't figure it would. Skip battle is just for skipping the battle yourself, you know? Slurp on this. But the fact he's got the crown on now, high damage reduction is already great. The fact that he heals by 1% of his HP at the end of every round is going to make it very difficult for them to kill Holmes Young. Honestly, I know like everyone wants to build Eloise in the beginning of the game. I get it. She's really, really strong. She's a very good hero, but I would say an almost equivalent build to her utility is Holmes Young. I mean, I'm not sure how easy Eloise clears Seal Land 20. I would guess pretty easy, but the fact that we did it with like, I don't know, was it like a 7 or 8 star Holmes Young and some baby Holmes Young really early in the server, kind of hard to argue that Holmes isn't just an absolute freak everywhere. His boss damage is fantastic, but he also comes with crowd control, and I think that's kind of a point in his corner that Eloise doesn't have. Crowd control is a big thing to have in almost every 6v6 mode. If somebody turns your Eloise into a bird with their Holmes Young, all of a sudden, she's not doing anything but dying. Whereas, you know, if she's blocking and attacking, she's doing stuff, which is great for you, but Holmes, I think, is just a little bit better for 6v6. Could be wrong on that. I like him. I do think, I mean, it's obvious why people build him. He's a freak. He's an actual freak. I know everyone dumpsters Holmes Young's transcended form, but I do think it would be kind of funny to have like an E5 Holmes Young and then have like an E5 transcended Holmes Young kind of playing together. I think that would be cool. I think it's mostly because he loses the passive follow-up attack and the shape-shifting. He might still shape-shift, does he? I don't think so. I'm not going to lie, I haven't paid a whole lot of attention. Hold up, we took some damage. Let's cancel. We took a little bit of damage. Are these guys getting dangerous? Let's take a peek and see. What happened? No, they're not getting dangerous at all. We just full healed. Okay, oh, level 290 Gherkinators. We got to stop and see what happened. Nope, they're dead. Okay, so... This guy's a freak, dude. Oh my gosh. What a monster. What an actual monster Holmes Young's is. Oh, so good. So good. You know, it's weird because I have like a Sherlock that came out before Holmes Young. So you have like Sherlock Holmes. I don't know why, if they did that on purpose. It seems a little weird. They should have just made Sherlock Holmes and then like, I don't know, something Young. It's weird. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't intentional. Maybe it was. Either way. Not important at all. What is important is this guy is freaking decimating everything. Even when he was like my 5-star dude, he was out deepsing, or at least right there with my Alakita at E5, which is crazy. That shouldn't be a thing. But like I said, maybe Alakita's just a little tougher of a build early on. I think she needs a lot of support. Whereas Holmes is good by himself. Holmes is just a fantastic hero alone. He just works. He just does his thing. He poisons the balls out of people. He heals himself. Everything's going great for Holmes. Alakita needs a lot of extra assistance, debuffs on enemies, you know, essentially tons of debuffs to really shine on her damage, which is tough to build early game, at least in a sense where your allies that do the debuffs survive with her. I think that's the issue, where Holmes Young can, even by himself, still do a tremendous amount of work for your team if he's the only one alive, as we've seen already today. But Alakita by herself doesn't do quite as well. Doesn't really have a great source of self-sustain, etc., etc. Whereas Holmes just kind of, I don't know, even by like just a lone dude putting in the work. We are already over the smash point, level 300 enemies. They're dying immediately. I don't know how far bro can go. Do we stop right now at these level 300s and just take a peek at what we're up against? Are you guys getting stronger? I'm gonna assume fat. Dang it, I just auto-cleared again. Are we still one-tapping? We are still one-tapping. That's why we took some damage. It's because we killed the, a 310. Doesn't matter, they're still dead instantly. That's good news for us. So 4 enemies. This will be the test. It's not the test, they still did nothing. Keep on going. I'm also curious what our Tower of Oblivion is going to cap at with this guy. I would assume Mim is still going to be an issue for Holmes Young, and maybe that's an area where Eloise holds an edge. I haven't fought a Mim with a Holmes Young yet, so I'm not 100% sure what that looks like. We'll see eventually, of course. But I don't know. The fact that he heals the end of the round might be problematic, especially if he kills too many enemies too quickly. But poison's being kind of a slow death. Maybe it works. Maybe it works out. I don't know. There's only one way to find out, and that's to do it. So we'll do it. We'll do it and see what happens. Because right now our team is not really set up to handle Mims in my brain. Like I said, we don't have like a Tix bomb to blow them all up. We don't have a way to one-shot nuke all the enemies. Obviously not ideal. We don't have a hero with crazy damage reduction. Like, I mean, we could build like a E5 Gru and just tank our way through Mim. I mean, you can do that. That is an option. The fight takes forever because Gru just counterattacks and hits like a wet noodle. But it can be done. It can be done. It's just a very long process. Because Gru's super tanky. Gru is a super duper tanky, often underappreciated hero because he's old. But his debuffs to attack and crit are not to be, not to be trifled with, but also he heals himself, which is also pretty nice. That's good. Little self-sustain, very high innate damage reduction. He's just a hard dude to kill when he's beefed up real high. We're at difficult 89, level 320 enemies. I think we slow it down up here around like difficult 100 and see what, it looks like he's still just remaining full HP. We're just blasting through these dudes. I feel like it's almost unfair. Now, do we have a pretty nasty treasure train for a new account? Yeah. If you're a free-to-play account, is he going to do as much work? Probably not. Duh, because your treasure train's lower. Does that mean he's bad on a free-to-play account? No. Honestly, I think the better a hero is overall, the better they are for free-to-play accounts. It means they don't need as much help. Like, should you build Alakita on a free-to-play account? Oh, God, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. 4 Myconators. Let's take a peek, see what happens. We're still one-tapping them, even though they're blocking. That's disgusting. Four Flame Strikes. What happens? They die instantly. Yeah, we're still absolutely rocking through this. Nightmare. So we've got easy, normal, difficult. This is Nightmare. Then there's Hell, right? Then there's Death. Then there's Purgatory. So we could probably, honestly, let's take a look at what level 330 field is. Is he surviving a hit? No. No, he's not. He's a single field, though. 4 Karims, they're pretty low HP. I would be shocked if they're not doing any damage. We could just... Let's be fair. We could probably push this. I don't even know how high this will go with a 10-star hero. I guess we can just sit here and let it run. I could be like, listen, a better YouTuber would probably be like, I'll cut 2 and I'll see you back when he's finished. You overestimate me. I'm going to let you sit here and listen to my pleasant voice annoy you whilst we do it. What can we talk about? Upcoming plans for the other accounts. That's things that might interest some of you folks. We've got some stuff about to unroll on both accounts. First, if you're in the Discord, you might have seen the insanely filled bag I currently have on the main account with 9 and 10-star heroes. We are pretty much ready for Operation Grimoire to just be done. 6 E5s coming soon. Then we'll get our Grimoire probably to level 50 immediately, just insta upgrade it and see how that feels. Hopefully pretty good. Hopefully really good. We can start doing some Destiny transition on Aspen over there, getting him kind of upgraded. The next big event we have that awards like, what is it called? Origin materials. I'm probably going to start chasing Sun Wukong's Core of Origin and try to get him a fully noble core, just so that I can start using it, or start Destiny transitioning him. Because as far as I can tell, his core's not that good. Neither is Aspen's, to be fair. It's not the worst core, it's just, I don't know, it doesn't seem that difference-makey. But yeah, that'll probably be a plan over there. Start moving Wukong over into the freak beast I want him to be. So far, Holmes taking 0 damage still. The free-to-play account. I know it's been a minute since you guys have witnessed the free-to-play account, but there is some stuff I'm planning to do over there. I was going to do it today, but I double-checked my monthly events, and it's like 40 hours or so until they reset, and I was like, listen, there's no point doing a bunch of fusions, doing a bunch of regressions, and building heroes outside of, waiting at the very end of my monthly events. Might as well wait till they refresh so I can get all that free, loot out of doing the upgrades on heroes there. Damage taken? None damage taken. Still smoking these guys. So, what are we gonna do? Spoilerinos. Williams. We got our E5 Williams back in the anniversary event. We swapped our E5 Flora over into him. We have, I believe, like 4.2 million Crystals of Transcendence chilling on the account right now. Over 100 cores of Transcendence. So I think if we find a way to squish our bag space down, which right now that is a huge ask, if we are able to do that, get our bag space small enough to burn through our cores of Transcendence, we should be able to not only, get our dude to like V4 with our glory challenge loot that I'm going to get, but transcend him as well and have a transcended Williams alongside transcended Sylvie. Now, I know they're not the greatest pairing in the world, like they don't like play off of each other really well, but Williams, great damage dealer. The downside is it takes him a while to build up strength, right? Like he has to wind up a little bit, build his layers of blood-soaked flour. Sylvie's a fantastic support in the sense that she's going to give him a lot of shields to help him not die. That's what I'm kind of leaning into, because if she can do that and keep the bro going, and he keeps stacking up like his blood-soaked flour layers, we could get some nasty damage out of him. So that's kind of my initial hope. We'll probably end up like V4ing regular Williams first, and then pushing the Seal Land, try to get to 20. We may not make it to 20, but we'll try. We can't V4 ticks or anything. We could do some Seal Land while we're doing our E5ing, because we're going to E5, I think, 3 factions just to get the 9-star loot. Then we'll use those 9 stars to make 10 stars to make the V4. I know we should probably be going for Grimoire there as well, but on the free-to-play account, our food, even though it comes in relatively quickly, isn't going to come in fast enough for us to have a Grimoire early. I don't think that's really going to be the play for free-to-play players, because the time investment is huge. You might as well just start upgrading your heroes, V4ing your heroes, making progress, and once you have like 3 V4 heroes, you're probably ready to regress and build, and you can have your 6 E5 heroes at that point. But I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if it's the play on free-to-play accounts, just because, like I said, progress is a little slower. Heroes don't come in quite as quickly, and because of that, is it worth shooting for a Grimoire right away? Probably not. It's probably better to go ahead and start building your 1 strong hero, a 2nd strong hero to support that 1 strong hero, and then maybe when you're building that 3rd hero, be like, okay, do I just want to build these to E5 and do it that way? Maybe that's the play. Also, like people been saying, like the hero token used to be like the king of all the treasure tickets to spend on, because it gives you a huge amount of flat stats. With the Grimoire out, for brand new accounts, especially free-to-play accounts, hero token's still probably a pretty good investment early game. It's going to give you a lot of stats, especially if you can get like fairly high in it. Generally speaking, though, free-to-play accounts don't get a lot of treasure tickets early on. So by the time you're able to do like full 150 completions, you're probably at the point where Alien Desert and Retro Gaming are just better options to spend your tickets on. So that's probably what I'm going to end up doing, is skipping hero token on my accounts, waiting for Retro Arcade to come around. Is it Retro Arcade, Retro Gaming? It's Retro something. And spend all my tickets there, because I've got already 150 on the main account. I'll probably have more before then as well. Yeah, I probably could just do both, hero token and the Retro Arcade. Or I could go 300 deep on the arcade. I don't know. We'll see. Over here, like I said, I'm probably going to skip hero token, even if I do get to 150 early and wait for Retro and do it then. We are at Nightmare 92. So far, Holmes Young has still taken no damage. Absolutely none damage received. This guy is a monster. What a freak. We're almost out of coffee. I'm changing it up today. My coffee is black, right? It's black coffee, no creamer, and I put some honey in it instead of sugar. The goal was the honey should soothe my throat, my beautiful speaking voice. Holy crap, no, we're going to skip the 100 fight. Ah, dongus. No, we didn't. Perfect. Okay, let's fight this guy and see what he's up against. Are you surviving a hit? No. So, we are now in hell mode, level 390s. Is it a game changer? They came back to life, they died instantly. So we double killed Sleepless without an active skill. Double Gurky, probably the same story. Yep, they're dead. We are one-tapping all of these nerds super hard. No one's even surviving. Yeah, not even surviving when they're solo dudes. Maybe a solo Gru, it's 4. Even Gru's not, he's by himself, or like a double Gru, maybe single Sigmund? No, even the highest armor kind of enemies that we're coming up against are just crumbling. Mims! This could be a test, a testicle. This is not a testicle. They did nothing. They did. Literally. Amuvor, percent base damage. Are we? Not a problem. So, I'm going to go ahead and say it. What's our ranking right now at Hell 8? We're 393. That's disgustingly low. We should be much higher. These... Mellow, you freak beast. He's already Purgatory 53. I think that's better than my main. That's hurtful. Fart Smeller, also doing pretty good. Wally, what the heck? Golden, Little Blueberry. I don't know what that is. Georgie Boy, Tort. Fellow clanmate as well. Tort up there in Purgatory of the 5. Quite a few Purgatory bros right now, honestly. We got a couple of them up there. But can we make it further than we currently are with a 10-star Holmes Young? I mean, obviously we can. I didn't mean for like to keep running the Aspen Dungeon. It's just I have this issue, okay? I've spoken about it before. Where if I'm not making a video on a certain type of content like the Aspen Dungeon, the Void Vortex, the Tower of Oblivion, I simply will not do them. I will just let them sit idle and not do anything. I won't even like click on the Aspen Dungeon and collect my loot sometimes, which is stupid and I should do it. But every time in my brain I'm thinking, oh, I could just do a video on it, right, and make some progress in the Aspen Dungeon. And because I'm thinking that way, I don't ever do the Aspen Dungeon. Then the next time I look, it's like, oh, Aspen Dungeon closed. I just missed out on a whole bunch of loot. Oops. Oopsie poopsie. I don't want to do that. So today, we're just going to let this sucker... It wasn't the plan. It wasn't the plan. We're 40 minutes deep. It was not the plan, I promise. This was not the idea. It was a small part of the idea, I won't lie. There was going to be a little bit of Aspen Dungeon done. I was going to stop at, like, Hell, maybe? But let's just go ahead and see what happens. See how far a feller can get. Because right now, our Tim Star Holmes Young has not run into a slight bit of issue. Like, I've never had to use a milk, haven't had to use a demon potion, nothing. There's a mim, and we took no damage. We took none damage versus a miminator. That's crazy. Absolute bonker doodle doos. He's a beast. He's a beast, not even E5 jet. Oh, he took some damage. He'll heal the next time there's, like, someone who can survive a singular round. I think that was that wave. Yeah, he's full health again. But like we don't even have like the enables that you would normally want, right? Like normally like E3 is kind of a big deal for Aspen Dungeon because it's the crowd control purify. You can keep yourself alive. I haven't needed it. I just simply have not needed it. Now you could argue that maybe a Sun Wukong would do a similar thing. The difference between Holmes Young and Sun Wukong is like, yeah, Sun Wukong does the follow-up attacks. He could probably clear most waves out in a single hit. But Sun Wukong has 0 healing potential outside of being E3 or E5, right? Where you get either the Resilience passive or the Balanced Strike passive. And Balanced Strike, when you're one-shotting people, doesn't even work to heal you, which is also kind of annoying. But, I mean, Holmes just got everything going for him, dude. He's got the follow-up attacks to kill like 3 people in a 4-person wave immediately, which is great, until we run into enemies that survive an attack. We're at level 420 bros. Let's just take a peek. See, I doubt Faithblade survives. He's kind of a squishy dude. I'm stupid. Aiden's do damage on death. Maybe we'll see something here. He took damage. Aiden actually caused legitimate damage to the Holmes Young. I think he burns when attacked. Doesn't matter, he's dead, didn't get a chance to. They're still getting one tapped though, is the thing. Gru Vesa. Will Gru survive a hit? Gru has lived through a damage. It's actually kind of working against him, though, because it just let us fully heal ourselves. Single sleepless. Oh! Doesn't matter, he still died? I mean, look. When it's him 1v1, okay, they're starting to live. But the damage is so low, they're not even hurting. Like, they live through the round, and then they just get absolutely dumpstered. What about crowd control? That's going to be our issue, right? Doesn't matter. Because he has damage over time, forgot about that. Oh, crap. He's got everything. If he gets crowd controlled, his poison is still going to tick them to death. Where are we at now? Top 290. Go, go, go. We'll probably jump back in and check at like Hell 99 if we make it there. You never know. Things might ramp up in difficulty really, really quickly. And if Holmes Young dies, I mean, I won't lie to you, Alakita probably can still do waves, I would guess. I don't think she'll die immediately. I don't know what her enables are right now. I didn't check. Yeah, she might not be set up for Aspen Dungeon at all. To be fair, I was kind of banking on Holmes Young doing all this anyway, and it seems like he kind of is. So, as of right now, it's not super duper important. We'll see, though. We'll see. He might just end up being my Aspen Dungeon hero regardless. 2 Aiden waves back to back. Didn't really do too much damage to us, though. Level 430 enemies. Sigmund might have a chance to hurt us as well eventually with counterattacks and burns. As of right now, oh, hold up. Are we in 10-star bro territory? Wait. That looks like a 10-star. They're not say, do they ever say 10-star? They might. Ah, crap. I was meant to watch it. I meant to watch it. I did. I really did. But we'll assume it went well because they died. So far, still looking absolutely insane. We'll have so much loot to go check through in the shop. I also forgot to grab out all my Void Vortex loot because I unlocked it. I'm not sure how far up people are in the Void Vortex already. My guess isn't insanely high just because of the amount of attacks you can do per Void Vortex. We'll have to wait for a few of them for the crazy, like, Mellow goes in there and decimates the entire thing for us. Go Mellow. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. 100%. Get them all killed. Get that. Is Void Strider max? Or was there stuff after that? I can't remember. I just remember Prancer was one of them, and still to this day, I have no idea why they chose Prancer as one of the most elite titles in the Void Vortex. It just sounds wussish. I don't want to be a Prancer. And when I unlock, if I'm going to get to Prancer, I need to be powerful enough to scoot right past it. You know what I'm saying? Just shoot, get me out of that. Don't want to be there. So far, even up here, 440s. Fighting some of the more dangerous waves from back in the day, things like Walter, without crowd control Purify, and we're just not getting hurt. We're just not even getting hurt at all. Hell 90. We are scooting up on death in a hurry. Now, full healed on that guy. That is definitely a 10-star field. I know this because I believe 5 and 6-star field both drop you the giant middle finger, and his is just a tentacle once he goes to 10-star, so we can't flip you off anymore. I don't know why I did it to start with. Must be an unhappy bro. But we're close. We're close. Hell 96. Hell 97. Let's cancel it here. We got ourselves a Gru wave. We're not going to do the auto clear. Let's just take a peek, see at what's going on in these fights. He is still one-tapping. Oh my goodness, he's decimating. It's not even close. These people do not have a chance. I feel bad for them. A quadruple Mim. Is it dangerous? No, not even a little bit. Does this give me hope for Mim in the tower? No, because Mim in the tower is the devil. Mim in the Aspen Dungeon, not as bad. Mim in the Void Vortex, not as bad. Mims that I fought in the Void campaign, not as bad. Mim in the tower, the most powerful being in the universe. You know what I'm saying? He's just up there. Yeah, I mean, it's just those poisons just stack up and it's over. Eventually, we're going to run into some crowd control and maybe some problems. But right now, we've got no problems. We are now at Death 1. Oberon Kenobi. This could be a test. It's not a test. He's dead. What in the mother-loving scrote? We're top 200. I kind of want to just watch these just to see if we start getting any kind of, well, that's not scary. That boosts my confidence maybe a little bit too high, where I feel like we could just auto-clear it. Adas. Okay, we're starting to get into danger territory. Adas and Amen Ramens might be a problem. Percent-based damage. Healing debuffs. Ah. Things could be taking a more difficult turn at the juncture we're currently in. Bro, no. Death 5. 4 Adas. If there's ever a test of our staying prowess, it is this test. It's a lot of percent-based damage. It wasn't enough. 4 Adas, We still came through smelling pretty much like a rose. Single Shia. Fully healed us. Lord Bade himself. This is a real test. It's not a test. He's dead. He is absolutely dead. That's great. So death is looking... Valkyries. Interesting. Percent-based HP burns. No effect. No real effect. Valkyrie, not sketchy. I'm going to grab this out. I'm going to need promotion stones eventually. Amen. Ramen. Let's see what happens. Her heal curse might... Oh, well, she's dead. I was worried her little heal curse might hurt us, being a heal percent-based HP that might end up getting us. But she died on round 1, so we didn't really get a chance to see whether or not that was the case. Corpse Demon, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I don't think this guy has ever beaten a single person. I don't think anyone's ever lost a wave in the Aspen Dungeon to Corpse Demon. He just doesn't do enough damage. We know... I should have just skipped this fight. We know Oberon's not dangerous at all. We've already one-tapped him like 3 times. Asmodelus's, the crit mark, maybe it's something. Maybe it's starting to juice up a little bit. It's not. It's not juicing up that much. He's still getting smoked on real hard. A solitary Sigmund. This could be something. It's not something. Single Sigmund getting absolutely just steamrolled. Not a problem. Vesa Ormus. I mean, I don't even need to watch this to tell you what's going to happen. It's that. That's what's going to happen. They are dead, and that is all there is to it. We already beat a single Shia. This is a little 460 Shia, though. Things could be getting different. They're not different. This guy's a monster, dude. We've already fought tons of Oberons. We'll just skip past these guys. I don't feel like they're going to be ever a really big issue to us. Gru Valkyrie, maybe there's something here. We have an active skill for round 1, though, so... Oh my god, that's insane. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. Valkyrie can't burn you when she's turned into a bird because it disables her passive to burn you. This could be a wave, though. Double Penny, double Amen. Let's see what happens. This one could actually be challenging. We took a lot of damage. We took the most damage we've taken in the run so far from that wave. Penny, Aspen, Ada, and Bell Rain. Let's go ahead and just milk. You know what? We got 7 demon pots. Let's not be stupid. Let's use milks. We'll see if we can escape by milks. We could throw Alakita in here and just see what Alakita does. That might be something. Changed up a little bit. Horrified. Still okay. Are they getting a little more dangerous? Absolutely. Just for funsies, let's see what you can pull off against a healer wave. These are pretty easy waves. Did pretty well. But as you can see, no real way to heal herself. Amen, Ramen, Ada, double Dark Arthendal. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you can do. Almost killed her round 1. Alakita cannot hang. Alakita decimated by this wave. Let's go ahead and potion up Holmes Young. Not a great Aspen Dungeon hero. I could have told you that beforehand, though. But either way, let's see what we can get here. Go, oh, we could be dead. We're dead. The Amen Ramens got us. Well, that's okay. I'm pretty happy with the progress that we made. Death 22. We've made it to the top 100. We are now in the top Hunskies of Bros. That's pretty good for a 10-star Holmes Young. Not even E5 yet, which will be coming soon. E5 Holmes Young with crowd control cleanse. I think we skate right on through. I don't think it's a problem at all. Let's take a look at what we can snag out, though. I am going to buy these wishing coins. I know they're not the greatest deal in the world, but we do kind of need them. We're going to need them for the events. Might as well go ahead and get them now. I'm not going to overpay for them, but I will buy them if they're on the super duder for gold. I guess we can buy some more arena tickets. We're going to need arena tickets as well. I think we're running a little bit low on hero promotion stones, so I'm going to buy all of these that I can see. Just make sure that I've got them ready to roll. Buy you. Buy that. Skipping on the spirit. I don't think I really need it. Plus, I can convert gold to spirit in the market cheaper, so I might as well do it there. Grab this. Grab thems. Grab these. Grab those. Anything else looking good? That's looking nice. Not bad. Not bad. Top 100 place. Done well. That should give us some achievements, I believe, as well, right? Passing difficult, yes. $80 million. I mean, okay. Pass nightmare, $100 million. There is no passing hell, I guess, but that'll juice our gold up a little bit. I'm all right with that. How are we feeling? Honestly, pretty good. Pretty good. This will happen. Like I said, we could do it right now. I've got enough. 147. We could skate past that. What would stop us afterwards? Broken spaces we could probably do. Guild tech to 20. We could probably just cheese that by going cheap guild route. Like a new guild or a new tech, not like upgrading mages any higher. Probably make that work. This will stop us. I think we're not anywhere near 600,000 yet. We're not. That would be essentially the breaking point where we would have to wait until the next day. But what about after that? This is all done. We can do 500 million damage to bosses in the guild altar. It would probably take us 2 hits to do it, but we can do it. Wishing coins, 150. That would already be done if we went ahead and went crazy on them. 10 guild techs to 20. We might be at the point where our guild coins are low. We need to probably back out and kill all the guild bosses again, because we missed probably 90-95% of the guild bosses by opening the guild up immediately. It's just what happens. It's fine. We can always go back and clean those up later. Level 90 monster. Wouldn't really slow us down. Oh, some contract starry gems. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? 7-star quest settlements. 50 would be probably our realistic, we're stuck here for a short amount of time thing. But I don't think it would be very long, because we have Holmes Young actually working on Fortress right now. That'll be finished. Stage 4 and Broken Spaces, I'm 98% sure we skate through this. We might start running into issues with enough monster blood for the monster materials. Forging gear, not a problem. Wishing coins yet again. So probably around 50 if we went ahead and did our wishing coins. I think we wait on it. I think we just let her ride. Was there anything else I needed to do, wanted to do, thought about doing? I don't know. I need to do all of these. Don't forget Fantasy Factory. Don't forget it. It's got to happen. If you don't do it, you're not doing it. I'm not going to do it now because I won't lie, it's a little bit boring. Dang. No. No, me. Don't do it. But tremendous progress today for not upgrading anybody, just leaving the team as it was. We went from, what was it, difficult in the Aspen Dungeon, all the way to Death 22. Not bad. We are currently kind of set up to at least get Holmes to E2 like immediately. I got a 9-star food, just kind of chillaxing. I've got the ability to upgrade some of these. I've got, like I said, all these heroes. We can build a 9-star here for sure. I've already got the copy. Do I have any puppets? I got a 6-star puppet there. That's nice. We've got some 5-star heroes. Not a ton. Not a ton. We'll need 5 9-star heroes because that's going to be the 2 9-stars to upgrade plus the 3 needed to make a 10-star. That's a lot. It's a lot to ask. We might be able to squeeze it out. We might be able to. I don't know. We'll have to look at that. The amount of the bag manipulation and food juggling that I've done in just the last day has already drove me up a little bit of a tree. Looking forward to doing it 2 more times for the free-to-play account, and then this one we go to E5 Holmes. But I think that's where we leave it for today, guys. Before we go, of course, gotta thank all the members on the channel who help keep my dreams alive and do fun stuff like this. So our greatest Rathians, we have Shaheen, we have Trippy, White Crow, Afghan Goo 420, and Mellow, the one and only who's smoking this server like, I don't know, something that you smoke. Meat in a smoker. Okay, listen, that's what we do. Great Rathicans. We have Lotta DeLidsey, Bellendane, FMK Watt, Sir Rascal, Whet Blades, and Cosmic. Appreciate you guys helping support the dream. We also have like 40 Rathicans right now. A lot of gifties, a lot of Rathican tiers. I appreciate you guys very, very much. Without you, like I've said many times, I say it pretty much every video, because it's true. Without your support, I wouldn't be able to do the fun stuff that I do and be able to kind of shoot through the progress the way that I am. And I greatly appreciate it. It means the world to me. With that said, that is me for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget, smash that thumbs up button to show your support. And I will see you guys in the next one.